Across the Pond, Episode 4, with Reema. What country are you from, and why did you decide to come to the States?
I am from India. Yeah, talking about the country, US has always kept standards in education as well as in colleges and everything. So it was always a benchmark for me. So studying in an I always wanted to get an international degree. So if I would get it, I thought I would get it from the best. So I believe US has the best education system, and the culture, the food culture, as well as the freedom that you get in choosing the subjects. Like you could take specific subjects of your interest, which we don't usually get every time. So that attracted me, and along with it, the infrastructure and the facilities that each college provide, and the cultural diversity, so that I could have a lot more of exposure and better myself as a person and as a professionally too. So I believe it would give me a lot of exposure and experience to become and mold myself to a better version. So yeah, which is why I chose US specifically.
Do you remember your first impression of America?
I only know US that I've seen in the movies. So I was like, okay, everybody's gonna be, very rude. They're gonna they're gonna be like, they might bully you and all of it. I had a lot of you could say thoughts, inquisitive thoughts in my mind that am I gonna be safe there? Whether it'll be hard for me, because I have never traveled alone anywhere other than my country. So it was really difficult for me. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. After all, this was my dream to come to US. So I shouldn't, stop myself from it right now. So I thought, okay, I would give it a try. And regarding the first impression was that, like, you're going to, they would never help you, or, if you ask them, they're not gonna, offer you a help or guide you in anything. I thought they would all be like self-centered and would do things of their own. But it was different. And another impression on, particularly on Lake Charles, it was as I saw in photos, I thought it was a very dry, dry state, like dry city without any of the infrastructure or buildings or anything. But it wasn't like that, to be honest. There were a lot of amazing things, to be honest. And it's more like green and very comforting. So
What do you love most about your country?
talking about my country, it's the food culture is really different, because as my country is a really huge country, there's different cuisines, not just in my state. In different states, they have different cuisines and entirely different flavors and all of it. So that is one important thing. Another important thing is the value they give it to the family. Like every time there's a function, or not, there's no requirement of a function, to be honest. Anytime you have a Sunday, okay, family comes together, cook food together and eat together. That's something that my country has in every state. Like even if we are divided by states, all of the countries, almost every country almost every state in my country has that peculiar feature. They give a lot of importance to the relationship and family and coming together, having food, making food together, celebrating festivals, as well as we have a lot of festivals, which is another peculiar factor about the country. So it's nice to celebrate all of it in togetherness. It said that unity in diversity for our country, because we all have different religions and different cultures and different, entirely different cultures, but we all stay together, which is a peculiar, a very distinct trait that I see in my country. So yeah, which is something that I love the most about my country.
Say a phrase in your country's languages.
Okay, we say namaskaram, which means hello, and we say sugamale, sugamale, which means how are you? Are you good?
What do you like and dislike about American culture?
Something that I don't like, you could say, the weather. Really cold here, you can't expect. To be honest, when I came here the next week, the weather was really unpredictable. You could see sunlight and you could see rain drizzling. The weather was a little unpredictable, and it was really cold. Even if there was a presence of sunlight, it was really cold, which I am not used to, which is why it is a little uncomfortable for me, or at least it's taking a little time for me to get adjusted to it. Another thing that is that availability of halal food is a little concern for me, because I don't generalize it, because when you take in an average, the food like average, a lot of them, you could say most of them, eat food that are not halal. Even in restaurants, it's hard to find halal food products, which is one, you can't say it is something that I dislike, but one concern of mine. Other than that, there's nothing that I dislike about the country. It's pretty good.
What's considered the most respectful and disrespectful socially?
When you address the person with their name as sir or madam, if they are elder to you, is considered really respectful, because you can't call back in our country, you can't call if they're elder to you, you can't call their name. Like if they're really elder to you, you can't call their name and address them, which is considered really disrespectful. So addressing them with sir or ma'am, or a word that would compensate, or that would complement their age or their position, would be really considered respectful. Something that's considered disrespectful is arguing with the elder. You are not supposed to suppress your expression. You can put it forward, but in a very mild and subtle way if you are dealing with an elderly person.
What do people do for entertainment?
We usually, as I said, families usually come together. We cook food, we eat dishes, we watch dramas, we watch movies together, we watch games such as football, cricket, and all of it together, and having binge watching with some snacks and everything. That is one sort of entertainment for us. Movies, like theaters, we go to theaters, we literally love the whole experience. We would go for the movie the first day, first show, just to, if you are a huge fan of that person. So that's one sort of entertainment. Another one would be family get-togethers, to be honest. And that's the biggest sort of entertainment for us.
What are the most celebrated festivals or holidays?
27 states. Each state has their own celebration, their own, holidays, their type of celebrations, you could say. Talking about my state, it's Onam. We all wear this white sari. It's called Kerala sari, and we make floral carpets. We make this amazing feast with 10-12 curries, rice, then you have papad, a lot of different types of variety in one feast. Like in one plate, you get all of them. That's such, and you get all the color as well, because we add different colors and everything. And you get this big plate full of food at that day, with a lot of different varieties of curries, fries, fritters, a lot of things. That's one thing. And we do flower carpets, where we make a carpet out of flour, and then we wear this sari, and we used to play this. There's a certain form of dance that we used to do, and that's the thing about it. And we all sit together, we talk about things, we play games. Like family time, we used to play some games, like there used to be such Onam games, where if you're in college, you used to have this Onam games where there'll be two groups, and you will have a rope in which you will have a boat, and you have to form a fountain, and you're supposed to break that boat. we have such games out there. And then we used to have a song that we all used to play together, that we all used to sing together. And yeah, that's about the festival that we used to celebrate. There are different festivals in different states. Like for Tamil Nadu, we have Pongal. For North India, we have Holi, Dasara, then a lot of other festivals as well. For us, it's this Onam, and religiously also we have a different festival. It's like this is a long list of festivals. In aspect, like in religious aspect, we have a certain number of festivals. In a state aspect, we have a certain number of festivals. So a lot of festivals, you could say.
What are common dishes in your country?
We are known for fish. So we used to make this dish where you take the fish, you cover it with paprika, turmeric, salt, pepper, lemon. You make a red spicy paste, and you spread over the fish, and you fry it with coconut oil, and you garnish it with curry leaves and green chili and onion, so that it's really crispy throughout. And then you stuff it in with the paste again, so that it's all over. The fish is all covered with that spicy paste, you could say. That's the one favorite dish. Another dish would be they make beef curry, where they cut beef into very small, and they used to fry it like anything and make it to small strips, where they are very dry, and they fry it in coconut oil with long green chilies, and then curry leaves, and they just fry it like that for so long, where all the fat gets dissolved in it. And then you have you make a you could say paratha sort of thing with like a I don't know, what do you call it, like a bread, and you take that bread and dip it in this beef, and you have it.
Are there any famous people?
Actress film would be Priyanka Chopra. She's such an amazing, talented lady who has already created her. She has already made a signature in in India as well, in Bollywood, as well as she is making a foundation in Hollywood as well. Another one is Arundhati Roy, who is a Man Booker Prize winner for the God of Small Things. She is a writer. She is a really brilliant writer, and she's the first Indian to get the Man Booker Prize, I believe. Musicians, we have A.R. Rahman, who has got Oscar. So there are several people who have been celebrated from our country, who's made a remarkable change in the whole world.
Thanks for watching. Now remember, check out our social media for ways to stay connected.